Today on the channel, we unbox Flashback Series 2 Walmart exclusive Mattel Elite Jake the Snake Roberts. Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel. And today we're unboxing another Mattel Elite. Like I said at the beginning, the Walmart Flashback Series 2 Mattel Elite Jake the Snake Roberts. Now, as you guys are probably aware, but if you're not, this is a Flashback Series 2, the Walmart exclusive that was extremely rare, extremely hard to find. I've told the story in the past. I was on a business trip right outside of Omaha, Nebraska, just meandering like I do through stores in some of my downtime. Just happened to roll into a Walmart and bam, here's this set sitting on the shelf. Didn't think anything of it. You guys know I find sets all the time. I knew these were starting to hit stores. There it was. I said, oh, another list done and move on to the next Elite set. But then something crazy happened. The next few weeks, store reports were minimal. Very few of these sets were being found and nobody was really sure what was up. Back in the day, I always waited. I got my Elites. You guys probably know that watch my channel. I say it a lot. At the end of the day, I'm a mint on card guy. I'd love to have everything mint on card. It's just not possible when you have the collections I have, unless you want to get, a massive, massive house to fill it all. And with my rules of I have to have it on display or I don't need it, I just couldn't have a mint on card set. I don't know how I would display all that. It would just be absolutely impossible at this point. But back in the day, especially when I'd get my Elites, they'd sit in the corner in the box for a couple of months sometimes. And I'd just kind of stare at them because, I wish I could keep you mint on box. And eventually when a new set comes out, I would open the old set. That's kind of how I did it for a lot of years with my Mattel Elites. So then no different with this one. I sat it up on the counter of my basement and I just would stare at it. There it is, mint on card. But then as you're following social media, you're following stuff, nobody's finding this set out there. Nobody is understanding what the heck's going on. People are on the message groups, the message boards. They're asking Mattel on the wrestling figures message board. Steve was on there, and I believe that was where we first knew there was a sign of trouble that, hey, these have all shipped to Walmart. There's no more coming out, and nobody could find any anywhere. In the Midwest, I only remember seeing mine in Omaha that I found outside of Omaha. I never saw them ever again. And you guys that watch my channel, you know I'm in stores all the time. I'm in stores for my regular job every day. I'm in a lot of different areas. I'm in an 8-state area fairly regularly. Hitting stores at night instead of, just sitting in my hotel room watch TV. Hey, I'm going to go hit some stores. I'm going to go find a good pizza and let's see what I can find. I never saw this set ever again. Which was really disappointing for me because I needed a loose set. And I had this whole mint set saying, oh my gosh, these are so expensive. And obviously the Harley race, the Harley hysteria. I really think that was the turning point in wrestling figures where before you could find everything pretty generally. It might take a little bit, but you could find everything. Harley was the first one nobody could find. The aftermarket shot up like crazy, as we all know on that one. And nobody could find Harley. So then everybody ever since has been very scared. We've pre-ordered. I pre-order everything now just because I'm scared of that Harley moment happening again. It hasn't happened. I found every figure on the shelf ever. I don't think there's ever been a figure I haven't found out at retail. I'm sure maybe there's something, but I find everything eventually. I might not find it immediately, but I'll find it eventually. And if I wouldn't have found that Harley just by dumb luck on a Tuesday afternoon or whatever it was, I would have never found that set. But I have that set mint on card, and then I went back as the craziest things have happened, and we've talked about that before, and there was a lot of scuttlebutt on the internet about it. We always joked, well, eventually that set will be at Big Lots. It'll be at TJ Maxx. It'll be at Marshall's. And I truly did believe that to be the case. I did think that would happen. It never really did happen, except you Canadians up there. There was a Canadian discount store. I can't remember the name of it. They ended up getting some of these sets in. They put that big white sticker on the front of the plastic bubble. It's a little annoying. I'm not sure how easy that is to come off, but a lot of people have got their set via Canada with an influx. But that's kind of dried up, and prices are still where they were for Harley. The rest have came down a little bit. Jake the Snake, of course, Stone Cold Steve Austin, and then Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. As you guys are probably aware, fan takeover line, Amazon exclusive. Go to Amazon right now, you can get Ricky Steamboat. It's a re-release from this set. I almost wonder if we're going to get a re-release Jake the Snake from this set. This Jake is a very solid figure from what I've seen. We'll open it up here shortly. But I passed on the Ricky. I said, well, I'm going to get that fan takeover. It's the same thing. for the most part. True effects on the new Ricky, but for the same thing, it's pretty much the same. So I counted that as my loose one. The Stone Cold I got really cheap on the eBay. He's the cheapest one, the easiest one to get out of the set. I got one of him to open up, and I have that in my collection. I also got a screaming deal on a guy I've been dealing with for a long time. He said, hey, I have a Commissioner Michaels. You've helped me a lot over the years. I'll give it to you for a solid cost. It was a ridiculously good cost, and I could not turn that down. So I got the Commissioner Michaels Build-A-Figure already. Basically, I have this whole set open after I open this Jake. I'm just missing Harley loose, and I'm not about to open up my Harley race. As much as I want to, I'm not. I do feel we'll get another Harley race here one of these days, maybe a straight re-release. I could see them re-releasing the same figure, but maybe with a cloth cape instead of a plastic one. Time will tell on that, but I think everybody needs another Harley in their collection, and I do think we'll get that as a collector's edition or something eventually. But that brings me to this Jake. So I was in a Facebook group a while back. I've had this for months. I just haven't got around to unboxing it. Jake came up, I think it was 18 bucks shipped or something ridiculous like that. And it is missing the Commissioner Build-A-Part. So this has kind of been open. The guy bought it just to get the Commissioner Michaels part and then sold the rest. Hey, I said, I'll take that because I need this loose. And I thought this Jake was the best figure. I guess the Harley would be. But the Harley and Jake were the two best figures out of there. This is the late, Stone Cold feud Jake Roberts. What, it was 96 or something around there. I just thought that was a cool figure, and I needed it loose in my collection. So to be able to get it, I didn't need the Commissioner Michaels parts. Like I said, I already had Commissioner Michaels. So that's the whole long, torrid tale of Flashback Series 2 and where I'm at. And I'm happy to open up this Jake to put with my other Jakes. So let's do like we always do now. We'll take a look at the packaging. We'll give a couple of see you laters. We'll look at the product, finish up the video. That's what we always do. So there it is. I believe that snake's name was like Revelations. And somebody can correct me if I'm wrong. It might be on the back of the package. We'll see. But that's his big snake he had during this time frame. This is Jake, kind of his, quoting the Bible, time of Jake, all that kind of stuff going on. Feuding with Austin 316, the King of the Ring, that whole time frame. But this is a really cool Jake. The head scan's a little funny. But it's just cool. It's different than the other Jakes we've had. Most recently, we got a Legends, was it Series 8? Target exclusive, Jake Roberts, I believe. So this is the Flashback packaging. You got the Flashback logo there, the Elite logo. You got the Build the Commissioner, Shawn Michaels. We need more Build-A-Figures. We've talked about that on the channel before. I think there's a lot of money to be made on Build-A-Figures that Mattel is missing out on. I think they need to hire me as a consultant. I could help them wade the waters because I think we could do some big things with some Build-A-Figures. You got Jake on the side, mean mugging. Jake the Snake Roberts on this side. And, of course, the back. And then you got the whole lineup and the Commissioner Michaels. You got some warnings, all that stuff. Let's see what this says here. It doesn't say anything. Okay, it just says Jake the Snake Roberts. So I'm not sure if this was an international release or not. I'd have to go get my other Jake. I'm fairly certain this is an Yep, it is. It says Mattel Canada. So this is the Canadian release. Somebody pulled that sticker off. This had to have been found later on. This is the Canadian international release. So that makes sense right there. So there you go. Answers all the world's mysteries. Next up, we'll figure out Bigfoot, where he lives, hopefully. And we'll call it a day after that. But nothing to be said on the back because it's all in foreign languages here. So there you go. Let's open up Jake. Let's see what's going on in here. Always like this background. I've saved all these backgrounds. Nothing fun here. See you later. I just like this background. Cool for figure photography. Just really cool. That old school logo. It just screams, 80s, 90s, early 90s. So I'm going to hold on to that. You got Jake. You got a little bit of paint smudging on his forehead. Hopefully I can clean that up with a magic eraser or something. Plastic prison shot, of course. There it is. Let me unbox or uncut him. He's taped in there. Pop him out. There it is. There it is. See you later. All right. Get that rubber band out. And here we go. We got Jake. Looking only like he can look. He's got just the weirdest grin on his face. It's pretty comical. I'm sure you guys have seen this before, but very, very solid. I love the yellow, is it a boa constrictor? I just don't know my snakes. I'm not a snake guy. Is it a boa? I think it was a boa. Or is it not a python? I think it was a boa. We'll call it a boa. I'm sure somebody will correct me in the comments. He does got a little wonky leg. It almost looks like he's got two. He doesn't. I think it's just the plastic kind of bending over a little bit. But very solid. He does got the plastic vest that he wore. Obviously, Jake was not in the best shape in 1996. So he does have that. But I love the coloring. I love the snake boots. I love the coloring of the snake here. Just a very, very solid piece. Happy to have this in my collection. I had it, like I said, mint on card, mint in box, and I'm keeping that one that way. But I'm glad I can add him to my Mattel crazy world and with my other Jake the Snake figures. Now, if I could just figure out a loose Harley race, figure out that quagmire I'm in, I don't know. I'm not going to spend hundreds of dollars on a loose figure. It's just not what I'm going to do. It's just a shame we all couldn't have got this set, that it couldn't have just went through. It's unfortunate Walmart discontinued the line. I wish Mattel could have figured something else out. But it is what it is at this point. There's no going back in history unless they do some re-releasing. And I gotta think, like I said, that Harley will be back with maybe a soft goods. They'll update the face maybe like they did with the Ricky Steamboat. And the world will be happy. I'll be happy. You'll be happy. We'll all be happy together. So there it is. Flashback Series 2. Mid-90s Jake the Snake Roberts. A sleeper figure. Really weird face scan on him. But I still like this figure a whole lot. So make sure you pick this one up if you haven't. My recommendation of the day. So there you have it. You guys tell me in the comments, do you have this one? Did you ever see Flashback Series 2? I don't know if we've ever talked about that question with the followers. But you guys let me know. Were you lucky and me and you just got lucky and found a set? Or did you never see that? And I'm sure most people never saw that line. But did you get lucky out of Canada and get that discounted retailer off of eBay? You guys let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We got videos every single day and then some. So make sure you're subscribed with the notification bell. Follow me on Twitter at SirPaul64, Instagram _Kyle_Peterson, belowthecollar.com. Get your very own See You Later t-shirt. And for Jake the Snake Roberts, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.